Short track of Iowa Speedway on iRacing comes the Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Round number 4 for 160 laps, 140 miles. Good evening and welcome to MaxSpeedTV, the Howdy Doody Show. I am Joshua Medlock alongside Katie Dugas. Katie, the short track of Iowa is only known to the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series in real life. Now, what is going to be key here tonight for these drivers? And glad to have you back.
I'm excited to be back, and I think your biggest issue tonight is going to be tires. Regardless of which way you slice it, I think that's going to be your number one priority no matter what.
Yeah, you know, and we was discussing that with some of the drivers before we went live, that the tires are going to be really first and foremost, because a big, good, long fuel run here tonight. You know, we're going to get to that here right now, Katie. So we're going to talk about those tires. We're going to talk about the fuel run as we look at the pre-race analytics here real quick. An air temp of 75. We got a track temp of 82. 160 laps, 140 miles. Talk about that tire window, Katie. 45 to 55 laps, roughly. So, and the fuel window is about 64 to 68 laps, not 48. 64 to 68 laps. So, a little bit of a miscalculation there on my keyboard. So, tires, they're going to have to probably come for tires before they get that fuel. Now, do you go ahead and top off now while you're down on pit road?
I think that's going to be all up to the driver. I mean, I think this is going to be more of a strategy style race as to if you try, you know, not to hold off on the fuel and then just keep, you know, just stick to tires. Sorry, I have a little one hollering in the background.
Yeah,
but
it's all right.
I think if you make that decision to top off, it could be either extremely detrimental or pay off for you in the long run. So it's all going to be mathematics. It's all going to be what your crew chief has in mind and, you know, how you want to finish the race.
Well, the track is only 0.87. It's not even a mile long. Consider the fastest, one of the fastest short tracks in iRacing as well as NASCAR, because the trucks and the Xfinity race here. The Cup in real life does not, but you can do that here on iRacing.
Yeah, but just because you can go 4 wide at some places, it doesn't necessarily mean you should. So they're going to take a little bit more initiative. They're going to make a little bit more gutsy moves than they will here versus, say, you know, on a regular track, because these guys don't have to pay for their equipment. They can just hit request a new car and go about it. But when you're talking about, you know, a multi-million-dollar corporation, do you really want to chance that?
Yeah, you got a point there. Well, yeah, and that is true. Pit road speed 40 miles per hour. Now they're going to be roughly going at about 160, 170. I would say 165 at the highest point on their speeds. We may see somebody hit 170, but you know, they're getting around here at about 22 seconds. I mean, they're knocking these. They can knock these laps down here, and we haven't really seen a whole lot of people spin, but I have seen a lot here in practice hit that outside wall. That outside wall can be detrimental not only to you as a driver, but to the other drivers around you, as we see them go 3 wide there going into turn 3. Pit road speed 40 miles per hour. Well, they're going to be getting into the qualifying here, and then they're going to get into the driver meeting. We have got more information to go down, but we are going to step away, play the national anthem. We'll get to the team points and the point standings coming into tonight when we come back.
so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, in the
Alrighty, folks. Back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I've got the point standings pulled up here for everybody. We're going to start it right here with Alan Elwood in the top spot, 129 points. Bryce Senesac up 3 spots into second, tied with GT Hawkins with 120 points. Both of these gentlemen 9 points respectively behind Alan Elwood. Jacob Bell in fourth, 119 points, 1 back behind GT and Bryce. David Elliott up a spot from 2 weeks ago, not last week, into fifth, 114 points, 5 back. And Hunter McDaniel up a spot from 2 weeks ago into sixth, 107.7 back behind David Elliott.
David Weishart walks in in seventh with 102 points. Cameron Hearn sitting back there at 99. Michael Thwaites with 33. Justin Gann comes in with 91, and Jeffrey Creek and Nick Hunt tied for 11th with 89.
Tongue-tied, Katie?
I did.
All right, well, 11th, Nick Hunt, 12th. 89, I think you said that. Mike Robinger coming in up 6 spots, the 13th, 83 points. Nicholas Froman up 7 spots in the 14th, 80 points, 3 behind Mike. And Zach Ogburn coming into the night 15th in points, up 2 spots with 79 total points, 1 behind Nicholas Froman. Now, this is the top 15 in points. Only the top 12 will make it into the chase after round 10. And that is not going to be until February, 2020. Well, we've got to get through the rest of this 2019 first, and we're not even halfway through the season either, Katie. So there is still a whole lot of racing to go as well, and we've got some team points to go down. I've got these pulled up here. Katie, do you have them pulled up, or do you just want me to go through them?
I will let you go through them because I'm not seeing them.
All right. Well, we can do that here. In the Xfinity Series, now this is just the Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series, Maverick Motorsports with 227 points up in the top spot. Virtual Racing Alliance in second, 221 points. Jacob Bell Racing in third, 198 points. Performance Motorsports in fourth with 195 points. Samson Motorsports in fifth with 163 points. Primetime Motorsports in sixth, 156 points. Performance Motorsports in seventh, 144 points. Hyperdrive Motorsports in eighth, 103 points. And Downforce Motorsports in ninth with 71. We go up to the top and look at the overall team of points here, and this will decide the team championship after race 5 of the Cup Series. We wait until everything is done and wait until they tally up all the points. But this is how that team championship is decided. And right now, Maverick Motorsports up there in that top spot, 925 points. Samson Motorsports in second, 911. Primetime in third, 896. Performance in fourth, 874. Jacob Bell Racing in fifth, 862. Downforce in sixth, 817. Virtual Racing Alliance in seventh, 808. Performance Motorsports in eighth, 791. And Hyperdrive Motorsports in ninth, 730 points. And that is going to do it for the overall points coming in the teams for tonight. But Katie, short track racing here tonight. Now, we haven't seen much of it this season on short tracks, but we are definitely going to see it tonight. And we've got a stacked field here this evening as well. The last couple of nights hasn't been too friendly, but they have been a stacked field as well.
Yeah, it has definitely shown that. I'm really glad we're getting to see some of these standby drivers coming in. I have to admit, it does kind of make me excited. But I did get to pop in on the last couple of broadcasts, and there were a lot of cautions. But we're still running on the older tire model here, so I think that's going to be your key. So whoever can conserve these tires the best and maintain that, I'm gonna say, the beautiful body of the car. So you're going to see at the end.
Yep, the beautiful body of the car. Now, they are in the driver's meeting right now. It looks like everybody that is going to qualify has qualified. Now, the rule states the standby drivers that have entered the race, and this goes for all series across the board. For Extreme, if you are a standby driver and you come into the race, you are not allowed to qualify. You have to start from the back of the field and work your way up. Now, we have seen the last 2 nights some of these standby drivers coming from the back to the front, whether it be under caution, not under caution, making moves with the newer tires. But you talk about that new tires, the Xfinity cars do not have that new tire model, so we're still, like you said, Katie, on that older tire wear. Do you think that is going to affect these drivers, seeing that they've raced the last 2 nights on the new tire model and then coming in tonight and it's going to be a totally different ball game? Or do you think they're going to play it as it is the new tire model?
I think if anything, they're going to be more comfortable with it. I mean, yeah, the tire model is going to throw it off. I've watched it. I hate to say it, but it's rough for some of these guys because they say it drives like a completely different car. But here in the Xfinity, like I said, we're still running on that old consistent tire like that. So you're going to want to watch your wear regardless. With Iowa, it tends to be a little bit more that you're pulling on the right side of the car. So watching that wear on that right side, I really think is going to be your biggest thing.
Yep, got to watch that right wear for sure. And then, this track, these guys, they're going to be really, really close throughout the whole race. And I think the biggest thing, too, that they're going to have to watch is lap cars, is those that are either a lap down or the leaders coming around to lap cars. Now, you as a driver have as much right to be out there on the racetrack as everybody else. But in a situation where if you've got older tires than, say, the leaders, it would be, out of respect to let the faster person go around. But then again, you're also taking a chance of, being a lap down. So, I think you've got to have give and take here tonight, too.
Yeah, it's like you said, respect is a good word for it because, yeah, you're going to want to race for your position. You definitely don't want to go a lap down. Being that this is such I'm going to say short track, even though it's not actually a short track, you're going to come around to those lap cars faster. You're going to get bunched up faster. And this is a fast track. So, I guess that's going to be all personal preference. Do you really want to stay out there on those old tires and chance it? Or, I really think it's all going to be a pit and tire strategy. I hate to keep saying that, but I think that's really the only way to go.
Yeah, you have to. You have to say it because I think it's going to come down to, fuel. Yeah, it may come down to a fuel run. But the tires are going to wear off before that fuel does. So...
yeah, when those tires are gone, what else do you have left?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Alan Elwood coming in tonight with his win 2 weeks ago, so he's looking to go back-to-back. Jeffrey Creek in second and Hunter McDaniel third 2 weeks ago. All right, I just got confirmation they're done with the drivers' meeting, so we'll get to some interviews here when we can. That is from 2 weeks ago. Now, you look at tonight, I do want to mention our pole sitter, our second and third here right now in qualifying. Cameron Hearn grabbing the pole here tonight, followed by Adam Eisenhower and Darren Clement. But I was looking in practice, Katie. Ed Morris was the quickest in practice, followed by David Weishart. So you see how things change from practice to qualifying. Ed Morris right now currently setting, he didn't qualify. He's currently setting back toward the back of the field. And David Weishart qualifying in fifth. So times changed.
Oh, yes, definitely.
All right, well, let's see here if we can go ahead and get our pole sitter down here real quick. Cameron Hearn, Joshua in the booth, buddy. Got a copy?
I got you.
Cameron grabbing the pole out here tonight, buddy, with a 22.136. Congratulations, man. How is Iowa here tonight with a stacked field? How's the racetrack feel, and how's the car feel?
Yeah, I think the track's got a lot of grip. Definitely got to use a lot of brakes. I feel like, as always, saving tires. I think lap traffic might come into effect, but short track to an extent, so you got to make sure you stay out of trouble. So I feel like this could be in place for the battle for the win at the end, and take it easy at first, third of the race, half the race. Just make sure that you got all four fenders on and have a chance to win at the end.
Well, what do you think is going to be key for you here tonight, Cameron? Because I know it's different for everybody else, for every driver that's down there on the racetrack. So what's key for you?
Let's see. Not being super aggressive. Lap car holds you up instead of putting yourself in a bad spot. Just kind of taking it easy, staying, like I said, staying out of trouble. So, patience. It's easier to say that now. A lot different when you're battling other cars and they're catching you and somebody's slowing you up. But patience. That's one thing that everybody could use a little bit more of, I feel like.
So patience is going to be a big, big thing.
Always.
Well, all right, Cameron, I do appreciate the time. And congratulations on pole, man. We're going to get you into your respective room here. So good luck down there, buddy. And, it's a long race. It's 160 laps.
Yeah, I look forward to hopefully talking to you maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours from now.
All righty, buddy. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh. Well, Katie, we heard from the pole sitter here tonight. Who else should we bring up here to see what their thoughts are? Somebody from mid, back of the pack. I mean, hey, you're up here with me, so
Kind of looking to see who was a little bit further down. I know we got to talk to David Weishart on Sunday night about this a little bit, but I'd like to talk to that number 5 again. I've seen this guy parked in Victory Lane twice and had some good interviews with him, so kind of want to see his intake tonight.
Oh, Alan Elwood. Yeah, we know the number 5 very, very well. So let's go ahead and bring him up here real quick. Katie, there he is.
All right, Alan, it's Katie from the booth. Got a copy on us?
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I got to say, I've had some interviews with you mid-race that wound up with some very nice endings. So, how you feeling coming into Iowa?
I don't really know with my time right now. I'm not really sure. I've kind of fluctuated some steering ratios, things like that, to see what we can do to maybe get a little bit faster. But recently, this track hasn't really been necessarily my strong suit, so I'm hoping qualifying here toward mid-pack that I don't get destroyed within the first 10 laps and then see where it goes.
Well, we've talked a lot about the tire model on this. Y'all are still running on that old tire model. So does it change your perspective any racing on the new stuff the last 2 nights versus going back to, let's say, old school tonight?
Yeah, I think that new tire model has people kind of out of control right now. So, a lot of people are kind of up in the air on how to actually drive it, where people kind of know what to expect with this. So you kind of go into the race knowing you have something that you've been on plenty before. So I think that does help a little bit, and that kind of calms your nerves in traffic to a degree. But we know it's going to get hectic toward the end of this race. So it's, once you get to that 30, 40 laps left, it's going to be every man for himself.
Totally agree. And like I said, I got to talk to you 2 weeks ago. You're going for back-to-back championships. And I know you said you're not going so much for wins. It's always nice to win, but going in with that clean head race with your head to finish first, you still got to finish first. So keep the car in one piece. And like I said, if you're not as confident, still go out there, have fun, and I'm still gonna hope to see you at the end.
Hey, I'm going to hope to talk to you at the end, but like I said, I guess we'll see how it goes, right?
All right, sir. Well, good luck.
Thanks, Katie.
All right, well, get him down there in his respective room. That was Alan Elwood, currently running, going to be starting in 10th. Let's go back here toward the back of the field. How about we pull up somebody that is going to be starting toward the back? How about we go with Gary May? I was asked to refresh the paints here, and I did that beforehand. And, well, I'm not sure exactly, hopefully it works. We'll see. But let's go and pull him up. Gary May, Joshua the Booth, got a copy.
Yes, sir. How's it
Well,
going?
Gary, that's going fine, man. Well, about 2.5 minutes left to go, man. Looks like you're going to be starting 30th here tonight, but it is short track racing. Stack field, talk about it.
I just try to stay clean and let things sort out a little bit and try to keep the tires on it and hopefully end up somewhere in the top 15.
So you're just mainly going to try to shoot for a top 15 here tonight.
Yeah, I know where I stand with these guys. These guys are all good. So, but I'm gonna just try to stay clean and stay out of trouble and see if I can get the best finish possible.
All right, Gary. Well, good luck down there. Less than 2 minutes here. It's a long race, but y'all's getting around this track very, very quickly at about 22 seconds, roughly. So, y'all's going to wind down these laps fast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good race. Coming off the break, guys got to get back in the groove with it, and I have a feeling we're gonna see a few cautions,
It's short track racing.
without a doubt.
It is. All right, Gary. Good luck down there, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh. Well, all right. Well, Katie, we're going to go ahead and do it here. We got to make our picks as usual. I didn't do it last night. I didn't make a pick last night. But we're going to do it here tonight. So who do you have picked? Who do you want to see win?
It's really hard to bet against this guy. I'm actually going to go with our pole sitter, Cameron Hearn. My post earlier on Pit Pass, he said he had his pre-celebratory dinner, so I'm assuming he waited 20 minutes before he got in the race car, and apparently did pretty good, took the pole, so that's going to be my pick.
All right, well, you're going to go with Cameron Hearn. Well, there's a lot of drivers out here, but, I'm going to go with, I'd like to see that 00 pull out the victory here tonight. Nick Hunt, that's who I'm going to pick.
Well, we'll see. Checkers or wreckers, somebody's going to park it in victory lane.
Exactly. All righty, folks. Less than 10 seconds to go here on the mic tonight. Like I said, myself, Joshua Medlock, and Katie Dugas here. But, ladies and gentlemen, I should say, let's get them on the grid here, shall we? All right. The MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. Cameron Hearn grabbing the pole with a 22.136. Congratulations to Cameron. Adam Eisenhower going to start on the outside of him in second. Darren Clement third. Timothy Zayas fourth. David Weishart in fifth. Michael Mueller sixth. Zach Ogburn in seventh. Cale Gale eighth. Garrett Heath ninth. And Alan Elwood going to round out the top 10 in qualifying.
Garrett Grant starts in 11th, Mike Rominger in 12th, Nicholas Vroman 13th, Tommy Hayes 14th, Richie Evans 15th, Justin Gann 16th, Jacob Bell 17th, Matthew Weisenbach 18th, Jeffrey Creek in 19th, and Nick Hunt starts in position number 20.
All right, Hunter McDaniel going to be starting 21st, David Elliott 22nd, Lee Overton 23rd, Bryce Senesac, 24th. Ryan Swan, 25th. Blair Dowdy Patterson, 26th. Tommy Amassi, 27th. Mark Hamlin, 28th. Jason Eisenhower, 29th. And Gary May, 30th.
All right, that'll be the last of your qualifying times. Chuck Sweeting starts 31st. Ed Morris, 32nd. Jerry Glenn, 33rd. Andrew Mraz, 34th. Corbin Blake, 35th. Michael Thwaites, 36th, 37th, Joshua Glenn, Topper Dugas, 38th, and Andy Starcher, 39th, Casey Duncan, 40th, and I believe Don Kidder and Jeff Glockner will be your admins.
Don Kidder and Andy Starcher are the admins.
April Fools.
It doesn't put them in order. If they don't qualify, it doesn't put them in order, so,
Yeah, we'll just say April Fools.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, everybody gridded up. I'm not sure exactly who. It looks like, of course, Don Kidder, Andy Starcher, adminning here tonight. Looks like one might not be gridding from what I'm seeing here. The 007 of KC Duncan, looks like he is not gridding. So, everybody gridded but him, and now they are rolling off. They're going to get 2 of the pace laps here tonight because it is a short track. So, they are going to get 2 laps, I do believe. .875. They should. It's under a mile. Yep, 2 pace laps. I was correct. Woohoo, I'm right for once. All right, and look at that sunset on that track. Whew, ain't that pretty?
That's the prettiest thing in Iowa.
Yep, and then we get back into the where it's cloudy and there's no sun, I should say. Well, coming out of turn number 2 here onto the short backstretch, I should say, here at Iowa, because it ain't going to take them but like 3 seconds to get from turn 2 to from the exit of turn 2 to the entrance of turn 3, as the pace car will make its elusive dive down to the safety of pit road. And Cameron Hearn going to be in control of the field here tonight as that pace car dives off. Here we go, folks, waiting for the green flag. Cameron can go. Green flag is out. Guess what? Buggity, buggity, buggity. We're racing here in Iowa. Okay, everybody trying to get lined out here real quick. Trying to find that line, Katie, as we are already still too wide.
Yeah, it's not going to take them any time, but once these guys figure out where they're going to run, which line they're going to be comfortable with, I think, once they thin out, you're going to see some pretty impressive racing. I think this is kind of where we knock out the bumps and bangs here, because man, it's just going to be hard finding where you're comfortable with it first.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've got a battle back here and up here. The 88 of David Weishart coming to the inside of the 32 of Darren Clement. This is up here at around the 4th position. We go back here toward the back where we've seen some action going on. Alan Elwood. Oh, we got a caution. Oh, and it's several drivers. Ed Morris involved in this. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Ed Morris here. First caution of the evening here tonight. Let's take a look at what happened to Ed Morris. Let's see, he's running around the number 4. Oh, man, they were almost 3 wide there. Very close. Oh, right there. There it was. Not sure if it was net code or Ed Morris come down and do the 99. We'll let Don Kidder and Andy Starcher take a look at that one, but that's going to send the 7 around and then back up. And nowhere to go for, I believe, that is the 38 of Jeff Glockner. Nowhere to go. Gets into the back of the 7. So the 38 is also going to have some damage as well. First caution of the evening here tonight.
Another issue that I think you're going to run into with some of these guys who weren't able to qualify. Some of our standby guys, this is such a narrow track. I mean, when they go into the pits, they're going to have those first, let's say, 10 pit stalls. So it's going to be really rough for some of those guys.
Yeah. They're going to be up there in the like you said, the first 10 will be toward the entrance of pit road. So, they're going to have to get it in and get it out quickly, because the ones at the far end, all they got to do is just hammer down and they're right back at it.
Yeah, and that right there would be my problem, is either having one of those extremely early or extremely late pit stalls, because I got to say, I'd speed down pit road in a heartbeat.
I don't want to get caught speeding 40 miles per hour down pit road. It's very difficult to get a lap back, unless there's a caution. If you're 1 lap down, you as that lap car are banking on a caution. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. That's just, that's part of racing, really.
Yeah, whether you're on a short track or a super speedway, when you go down, it hurts.
All right, well, we don't want to talk to anybody right now. It's only 6 laps into the race.
No offense, anybody.
Yeah. We just want to wait and see here. Yeah, I think they're going to get a long green flag run. Wow, they didn't get the one to go that time by either. That's weird. In fact, we've got some people coming down pit road. It looks like from 23rd on back came down pit road. the top 22 did not come down, and I think that's where that tire thing is going to come into play. Now, they haven't been out here very long on tires. Some of them are banking on tires, though, early on.
Yeah, but I think right there you should take advantage of every possible caution that we're going to have. Even this early on, I still think I would have pitted for tires just to be safe, and some of these guys towards the back may have had a little bit of damage to repair.
Yep.
So it's a safe move.
Okay, they should get the one to go this time by. If not, we will bring somebody up here. But it looks like they're going to get that one to go because they're getting kind of staggered as they cross the start-finish line. One to go. Katie, it's your turn to get them going.
All right, we are coming around turn 1, and I gotta say it. I told y'all before, I'll say it again. I'm a Chevy girl. Let's get the Ford Mustang off of the track because we don't want to see all that. But Cameron Hearn will restart us back with the green with Eisenhower to his outside. And if I'm correct, it is all back on the leader, right, Josh?
Yeah, once all 4 tires, the pace car are off the track below that line, the leader can go at any time.
Still learning, guy. This is only week 3 for me.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right, pace car down and away. Now it is up to Cameron Hearn on the inside with Eisenhower to the outside. Hearn wastes no time, and look at Zayas coming up the bottom side right along Weishart.
Okay, well, we're going to go back here and take a look at the battle here between the 22 and the 88 as they are still side by side on this backstretch, but it looks like the 88 going to prevail as they make their way down to the turn number 3. Back behind them, though, Cale Gale on the outside. Here comes the 46 of Michael Mueller to the inside. Right behind him, the 5, Alan Elwood. Battle back here toward the middle of the pack, too. Mike Grominger's got some company with the 17 of Tommy Haynes. The 30 of Justin Gann. Lee Overton has got side-by-side action with the 29 of Welsenbach. Oh, the 77 of Bell all over the place. What happened to the 77? Does manage to save it. No contact, no foul. We are still green flag here, but he is side-by-side now with Katie with the 09 of Bryce Senesac for 18th.
Yeah, it looked like he just got a little loose there, and I know that you're going to get your most momentum coming out of 3 and 4, but I've seen where those bumps in turn 1 are a little bit rough, and it looks like if you miss your mark just by a little bit, you're going to shoot up the track. So hoping these guys can hold that line quite well later on.
All right,
oh,
yeah.
We got one.
Oh! Contact. Okay, we're looking here, but everybody looks like straight. Oh, we're still squirrely. And we're 3 wide. Oh, the 32 of Darren Clement and the 8 touch. Oh, man, here we go. They're still going at it. 3 wide behind them. Oh, man, 3 wide and out. 4 wide. 4 wide. Oh, Jesus. Blew out your eardrums before lap 20.
No, I was still spotting on the outside too, so I got to go in both directions.
Woo! Man! These guys killing it.
How these guys recovered from that, I've got to say, this right here shows you the caliber of drivers that you've got at Extreme. Because that right there could have been a disastrous night for a whole lot of people, but that could have been about 4 calls.
We got one in the wall. We got one going sideways. Who is that going sideways? Darren Clement went sideways. No caution. Let's go back and take a look here. What happened to Darren? See some contact. Might have been some net coating. We are still green flag. Not to interrupt you there, Katie, but, you know, got to take a look at what happened. Okay, right here, coming into 3, and then out of 4. What happened? Oh, it looks like we got one. We had one into the wall. I believe that is the 75 or the 15. 75 of Hunter McDaniel got into the wall, and then there was some contact. Darren Clement just had nowhere to go, and he was right off down into the dirt. There was no caution. Will Stewart still green flag, but it is going to have some damage. Well, I kind of got it figured out here. 46 to the outside of the 83. Michael Mueller and Cale Gale. Zach Ogburn going back toward the back of the field yet again. We got a whole gaggle of cars right here, starting with Lee Overton. Right behind him, Corbin Balky, Jacob Bell, Nicholas Froman, Ryan Swan, Richie Evans in this mix, the 51 of Creek, the 33 of Hamlin, Andrew Mraz. They're doing battle. Still with me, Katie?
I am.
Okay.
I was watching up front.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'm going back toward the field. Yeah. We're kind of looking back here, give everybody a spare time, and like 20 of 160. We ain't even halfway yet. Don't even worry about the laps right now. Michael Thwaites. There comes the 43 of Topper Dugas. Has got 33 on his car, but 43 on the driver bar. But we know who he is. Still having a mix-up there. But anyway, we know who that is. Hunter McDaniel right behind him. Blair Patterson, Jason Eisenhower. Jason started 29th, back to 32nd. Jeff Glockner currently running in 34th. Oh, the 16. Or the 00. Snake Hunt. We know who he is anyway. So, still having some issues with that. I don't know what the deal is. Chuck Sweeting and the 26, right behind the 38 of Jeff Glockner, and the 7 of Ed Morris trying to get him around. Ed Morris 1 lap down. That's pretty much right here in the field here, but man, what a gaggle of cars, though. Right at about the 18th and 19th position, they're still really connected. And we're 3 wide again. Oh, for a second there, 3 wide.
It just shows you what that air can do. Cameron
Yeah.
Hearn is just running away with this race, and we've seen Weishart come by Eisenhower just a few minutes ago, but it looks like before too long, we're going to be catching up with some of these lap cars, and I'm curious to see if it's going to slow our leaders down any. But like I said, if anything, I know these guys can get through this more than, with ease for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I think there's going to be, as Cameron Hearn, David Weishart, Adam Eisenhower, as they catch up to the back of the field here, there's going to be some communication. Now, they try to limit as much communication, but, if you're the leader and you're coming upon the lap cars, there's got to be some communication there. These leaders have been out here around about 26 or so laps, so they're on older tires, but they really haven't had that green flag run to burn them up. So, and it's not the new tire model. So I think you're going to see a lot of respect and give and take early on with these guys. We see it week in and week out, Katie. These guys know what they're doing, and, they respect each other when they're on the track, or at least they try to. But it is short track racing. We can see some short track tempers.
Luckily, they haven't released an iRacing model yet that you can throw your helmet or steering wheel at anybody.
Hey, don't give them any ideas.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, Don Keeler, Andy Starcher up in the admin booth. Rick Donovan up there with them as well, joining in here. I'm sure if Rick's out there listening, he might pop down here with us. But, we'll let Rick do his thing. Well, Ryan Swan, we got a caution. Yes, we do. And I just seen that speed go down from Ryan Swan there. And I believe that is where it's going to come out at. We're going to go back here and take a look at it on the MaxSpeedTV replay to figure out what happened to the 67 of Mr. Swan. We'll get somebody interviewed up here this time, Katie. That was a good green flag run they had there.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Yeah, there's Rick in chat. There he is. Well, let's take a look here at what happened. I think it was the product of these tires here, but right there into the wall. Smacks the wall right in front of, I believe that is the 12. I think that's Michael Thwaites. And the 67 is going to go sideways in front of traffic. Even though he's off the racing surface, he still went sideways in front of traffic. iRacing deemed that a caution. It is thrown by iRacing. So, it is a caution. So as they all come down screaming down pit road at a slow 45 miles per hour, we're going to have to wait here and see what happens. What's up, Rick?
He's doing track bar adjustments on Santa Sleigh again. They had malfunctions the other night.
Okay, so Cameron Hearn in and out, and he is the first one off of pit road. Looks like a Jerry Glenn going to stay out, as well as, again, Sandra, if you're in chat, Joshua Gillian doing Gillian things, and Darren Clement looks like stayed out as well. These top three, however, are going to come down pit road. Oh, we got one that decided to, looks like stay out, that 007 of KC Duncan. Okay, he is a couple of laps down. So, well, let's go ahead and get an interview in here, shall we? How about we go
I think we had a guest join us.
Oh, we do. Well, let's go ahead and do an interview here with the guest we have. Rick Donovan, what's up, buddy?
Oh, no. Go ahead and grab one of them guys out there under caution now. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do this real quick. How about we go with Mike Rominger here real quick? Mike Rominger, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, started 12-10. Good green flag run there, buddy, by you guys out there. But a lot of cars. How was that good, decent run there for you?
That was pretty good. I mean, it's kind of tight, so I'm having to play with the throttle and running the high side. It carries the momentum off the corner, so it's all good.
Well, we see some guys come down pit road at the first caution, and then we see some guys stay out. Do you think that was just because it was so soon with a caution that people wanted to see how the tires really fell off?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
All right, Mike. Well, got a game plan going forward?
I try to stay out of trouble and be there at the end.
All right, Mike. Well, let's get back to it, buddy, and your teammates, man. Hey, it ain't over, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we got an interview in, so we're going to go ahead, Rick, man. Back to racing here tonight at the short track of Iowa, and these guys showing yet again what they can do 3 and 4 wide already early on.
What, was you talking to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was over here taking a look over at the chat channel here, and man, I tell you, just trying to give a big shout out to the folks over here that join in with us week to week. Katie, trying to see what the girl power looks like over here in the chat channel tonight. How many of these ladies you bring over here tonight? I'm looking for the wave in the stands.
I got them coming. Don't worry. It's still early.
All right, good deal. Well, I was giving a big shout out there, looking at Anthony Campbell out there, the official Mark and Sonic here with us in here tonight. Dragon Zeron, Marley Good. Is Marley? I notice he's a moderator there, Josh.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Marley.
Marley is a moderator. Marley came. I believe Rudy is the one that made Marley a moderator. I don't know much about Marley, but he does come in, moderate chat for MaxSpeedTV, whether it be with me or with Rudy. He's always there, and really appreciate the support from our moderators here, and of course you guys that's in chat. For Extreme, because we've got drivers in there too that are not driving, and they're talking it up in chat. But Marley is one of our moderators that Rudy made.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate him being here tonight. So we're getting ready to go back green flag racing here, Joshua.
Yes, we are. Green flag is back out. Cameron Hearn has led all the laps here so far, and he is still dominating up front. Good jump by him. David Weishart got company with Cale Gale, Alan Elwood, and Garrett D. Grant. We're going to see 3 wide again. Oh, don't touch, guys. Be careful. Be careful.
And I think there's a moment of silence just to make sure Joshua catches his breath there. And I think Katie is standing by with the jump pads there. Katie, go ahead, stand back. I think everything's good. Joshua is breathing. Everything's good.
I've got an O2 monitor that's hooked up to my third screen, so I can monitor it from here. We're good so far.
Fantastic. Yes, absolutely.
Well, it's man, you know, Rick, now that we got you up here, these guys still, man, they're still side by side. Oh, the 99 of Andrew Mraz, almost contact there with the 42 of David Elliott. Man, that was a good save, and the 99 knowing where he's at. But the new tire model not issued here on the Xfinity cars. They're still on that older tire model, but in the Cup, however, it's got that new tire model. Do you think these guys tomorrow night, you know, they have their hands full here tonight, but do you think tomorrow night's going to be the same?
Well, I tell you, I'm not quite sure. I know that when I ran the K&N car this week, Monday night, it seemed a little different. I ran a couple test sessions before the tire model came out with the K&N car. I guess you could say I felt a little more comfortable before the new model came out, more so than I did with the new one that came out what I ran with Monday. But you know, give it a few more times out on the track. Heck, we'll get used to that one too. So you know, it's just all about getting used to what we run with. What do you think, Katie? How many laps you taking out here with these tires?
Oh, I think I would take about 45 to 50. I was watching the 77 have some issues there, but have a phenomenal save right there before the pits.
Marley Good out there saying I am a NASCAR fan. Here's my question, Marley. Are you an Extreme Motorsports 99.com fan? That's the question that I'm asking. That's what I want to know.
That Rick Donovan, though, he has been here for the last couple of nights watching. He was here I believe 2 weeks ago, too, before we took our first break, you know, week 13 and Thanksgiving. So he's been around. I think we're converting. I think we are.
Well, I tell you what, just got to stay up. I tell you, just trying to play catch up all the vacation days that we got going on, and just trying to fill in and kind of get into the groove here. So
yeah,
back here taking a look at Cale Gale out there in the 83 car, and trailing behind him, Garrett Heath looks like he's kind of dialing in on him, but that 17 of Tommy Haynes looking good on the outside of Garrett Heath. Looks like he's trying to capitalize. Haynes looking on the inside there in turn 1.
Yeah, he dived it down low into turn 1. Has not completed it, though. On to that 23. Still side by side, shooting it out of turn 2. Well, 23 going to keep that position into turn 3.
All right, Katie, let's hear what you got.
Kind of watching mid-pack. I'm watching around Jeffrey Creek, David Elliott, Timothy Zayas. I did see Timothy Zayas have a little bit of a hesitation a couple of times, so I don't know if maybe, can't say missed a gear, but they're really starting to bunch up right around this mid-pack, and I know a lot of them are on fresh tires, but this could be really dangerous.
Absolutely.
Well, Marley Good, as a person that watched this league before, I gotta say, I like what I see. Yes!
Tell you what, Elwood stretching the gap out between him and the third place. He's closing in that gap on Cameron Hearn up there in first. I believe he's definitely going to catch him. So I know the tire model obviously must be working to his advantage. I know that talking to Elwood in the past, he definitely loves a loose car. Said it makes him feel a lot faster. So Cale Gale looks like he's catching in or dialing in on the 24 of Grant there. Looking on the inside with the 83 of Cale Gale. Heath back there. Looks like he's lost a little bit of ground off of Gale, but Gale capitalizing still, looking on the back door, the 24 of Grant. Grant still on the back door of Weisenhart. Weisenhart looks like he may be pulling away just a little bit there, Joshua.
Yeah, a little bit of a gap there between the 88 and the 24. We see David Weishart get really close to that yellow line, arcing it up to that outside wall on this tri-oval here on the front stretch. And you've got to be on your toes here at Iowa. It's pretty much on that steering wheel the whole time. You get a little bit of a break here on the back stretch, but by the time you get it straightened out, you're back on the wheel again, going down into turn number 3.
Gale looking on the inside of Grant. Gale took it away from Grant there. Gale looks like he's going to take that fourth place position away from Grant. Actually, yeah, fourth place position there.
Looks like he scraped the wall a little bit there too.
Yeah, looks like he got a little bit of scrape there.
That's up front. Let's kind of check back here toward the back here. While you guys are watching up front, I'm going to go back here and check on the other group because we've still got some passing going on back here. Topper Dugas to the inside of the 4 of Corbin Balky. Making a pass there, going in. Oh, man, they almost touched, too, but he is going to complete the pass. Here comes the 16 of Lee Overton as well. To the inside is back here at about 19, 20, and 21st. Michael Mueller, big gap there between him and Corbin Balky. Nick Hunt, the 00. Coming up on to 46. He's got the 95 of Nicholas Froman on his tail.
Tell you what, looking back up here in third position, looks like Weisenhart closing in on the Elwood there, closing in that gap. Looks like Weisenhart right now currently running in the third place position. Elwood running second. Hearn and still leading in that first place position. Weisenhart looking good on each lap. Cale Gale looks like he's trying to make some way on trying to close in the gap on the 88 of Weisenhart. Weisenhart still closing in that gap about 1 car length away. As he's closing in, coming out of turn 4, about a half a car length off the back bumper of Elwood. Now he's looking on the inside, going down into turn 1, side by side. There he's looking, Weishart and Elwood side by side as they come out of turn 2. Who will it be on the backstretch? They're still side by side.
Watching that battle here. Oh, we got a caution, Rick.
Caution is going to come out. Weishart's going to take that third place position away from Elwood for now. The race ain't over, but right now, Weisenhart took that third place position away just for right now.
All right,
good
go
little battle there.
Yeah, it was. That was a good little battle there. Well, we're going to go back here and take a look at it here on the MaxSpeedTV replay. And Tommy Massey in the 05 involved in this. What happened here? We'll take a look at it. Of course, not an admin. We'll let Andy Starcher and Don Kidder do their thing up there in the booth. The admin tower. Tommy Massey coming across the front stretch here into turn number 1. And it looks like it was right up ahead of Tommy Massey. The number 12 of Michael Thwaites. We'll rewind it here. Looks like Michael Thwaites on the track there. It looks like there was some contact, maybe some net coating. Not sure. That is not my call. We'll take a look here. All right, coming into turn number 1, Michael Thwaites. Oh, right there. There was some contact between the 75 and the 133, and then the 12 gets involved. The 12 goes around. The 77, nowhere to go. T-bones the 12. 12 shoots back up. The 77 goes down into the 91. And that is where the caution is going to come out with a spin in front of traffic.
Tough break out there for him, and tell you what, John Brummett, appreciate those kind words out there, man. I tell you, we got a lot of great people over here working, and a lot of great admins, fantastic community that we are able to be a part of, and I have the honor of being able to call myself the league owner here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Tell you, it's a great group of people, and it's just It's absolutely amazing, a dream come true, and they to have great broadcasters like Joshua Medlock up here in the booth, and Katie. Katie is going to definitely be an asset here. Glad Katie has jumped on board with us here. Katie, is the cat got your tongue tonight? You've been awfully quiet here tonight.
No, I actually was taken back because I've never got to hear you announce. So I was just feeding off of that. That was incredible.
Oh, yeah, you've never been in the booth with me?
No.
She hasn't.
Oh. Well, I guess what we'll have to do, Josh, we're here in a little bit. We'll do a few laps together and really get down to the nitty gritty. Yeah, I'm a little rusty. I haven't been up in the booth in quite some time.
Well, if that's rusty, you can just throw me out to pasture.
Oh, no. Hey, listen, you guys definitely have a hard job up in the booth. My days of broadcasting, I have hung that up on the door, and it's a little too tough for me to do anymore. I got way too many responsibilities.
We'll pick up all your light work. Don't worry.
Well, all right, coming to lap 59 here. Cameron Hearn back up front. Now, he's led all but one lap, it looks like, 56. And Rick, Katie, Cameron has been a dominant racer here tonight, and he's going to be the guy to beat. We've seen it here early on, and as everybody blinks out on me there, not entirely sure. Oh, there we go. We're back. We're back.
Was we able to get Hearn up in the booth?
Yeah, we got him as a pole sitter up here. We haven't talked to him since.
Let's get him on up here. See if we can't get him on up here.
No, we can't curse him. That was my pick.
Oh, no. Well, we're not going to curse him, but hey, this is our chance to make him a superstar.
Well, they got the one to go. Do we want to do it now?
We better not do that now, but we might put him on the spot. And right now, he's got to get his grips just right on that steering wheel, so we won't put too much pressure on him. But, Katie, let me ask you, I may have missed it earlier. I know you've done your research here tonight. What are we looking as far as pit strategy with fuel mileage and as far as tire wear?
Tire wear, your biggest key, 45 to 55 laps. Fuel window, still 64 to 68. So they can last, but how far do you really want to stretch those tires?
I'll tell you what's have we figured out what our best amount of laps to come in on our pit road as far as where we need to be at with a good set of tires switching out at? Where's our
luckily
ideal?
our cautions have hit ideally, so I don't think we've had too much of a stint yet.
All right, here they go. They're getting ready to go back green flag racing. So Cameron Hearn's back up there up on the leaderboard. Northern Capital, that 88 car. Wiseheart out there wanting to take that second spot away from Elwood. Let's see if Elwood can hold him off. Oh, it looks like Wiseheart wanting to take that first place spot up there away from Hearn, wanting to challenge him out there, Joshua.
Yes, he is. He is on the outside, and we know David Wiseheart, when he makes passes, he does it on the inside of the outside, side by side for the lead into turn number one.
I tell you what, old Cale Gale back there in that 83 looking to close the door in back there on Elwood, trailing right behind him, closing in the gap there about a half a car lead. And you still got Wiseheart out there on the outside of Hearn, challenging him for the lead out there on the front straightaway. Gets the lead as they cross the start-finish line down into turn one. Coming out of turn two, Hearn's in second spot. Elwood's going to come out in the third spot. And Gale's going to come out on that fourth spot there. Looks like Haynes is going to be back right behind Gale.
Fifth position for Tommy Haynes. Well, we are halfway here tonight, folks, as we got battles happening all over the track. Let's crank it up here on MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, folks, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the Crank It Up cam there. During that Crank It Up, Rick and Katie, Cameron Hearn back to the lead, passing David Weishart.
Hey there, Katie.
I'm here. I was kind of sitting back. Alan Elwood told us before the race he wasn't feeling too confident, but I mean, he could really prove me wrong here. He said he wasn't very strong at Iowa, but man, he's looking pretty good here in the second half.
I don't believe a word these drivers say about not feeling confident at a certain track, because they say that they're not confident, and then what usually happens when a driver says that? They're either in the top 3 or they're winning. So I will throw what Alan said out the window.
Well, not just that. I mean, I think if you downplay yourself, it's kind of hard to be a disappointment. So I'll say, okay, well, let me try to go out and finish last. So if I finish second to last, it's an improvement for me.
Oh, we got contact. Back here at around the 22, Timothy Zayas. Contact made between the 22 and the 29. No harm, no foul. They kept it straight. And this is the caliber of driving these guys, Rick and Katie, that, you know, they can have contact, but, man, they know how to save it.
Oh, that's an understatement of the year.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, man, the system that we've got set up over here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com, these guys come in at the K&N Series level, and we've got our own iRating system set up within the league itself. We use the same format as iRacing does, except these guys are based, or actually they're graded on the actual racers that they race with in the series that they race in here within the league. Now, the calculations and all the mathematics and so forth has been around for decades, dealing with gaming and so forth on how the scoring is done. Again, it's used in iRacing itself, with given the iRating itself. We use that same format and that same formula right here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. So it kind of helps us be able to set those drivers up and get them in the series that they need to be in. So it works. We don't use that specifically to place these drivers in each series, but it does kind of help us put these guys in the series that they need to be in, and it kind of puts them in that position of the competition levels of what we're seeing here today. Really, really competitive racing.
Yes, it is very, very competitive here, and there's a lot of things in the works. As I am watching back here, these guys have been looking to go 3 wide, but they have not quite done it yet on the last couple of laps. But as I get back to it, Darren Clement and company, he's got a lot of drivers around him. A lot of things in the works, Rick. The super late models. Of course, we got the podcast fired back up here on Extreme. So things getting going again.
That's right. Things are getting going. We're gonna get a sign-up form out there for the viewers, so that way they can tune in. We're gonna send out some reminders out there for those folks to be able to tune in on Sundays when we have the podcast and so forth. That way they can hear the drivers. They can tune in on Sundays, listen to the drivers, hear what's going on with the K&N Series, all the way through the Cup Series, what the team owners are doing, what's coming out, what's coming up for the new season, what the perspectives are going to be happening.
Battle for the lead. Not to interrupt you, but battle for the lead. All right, Cameron Hearn going to hold that spot. Go ahead, Rick.
I believe that was going to be a lap car, wasn't it?
That looks like let's see here. Oh, we got a crossing, and it's a big one. Looks like several drivers involved in this one. Nick Hunt, the 46 involved. Oh, the big one here at Iowa. Let's go back and take a look at lap 80 of 160 here. Oh, we're just now at halfway. My bad. 8 and 8, 60, yeah, 160. Well, did crank it up a little bit early, but it's okay. I thought
He's
60
from
laps.
Arkansas. Y'all excuse his math.
Hey, now, come on. Be nice.
We'll let it go.
I know it. I I goofed. Oh, right here. Okay, well, the 46. Oh, what happened there? Not sure. The 46 of Michael Mueller was involved, and I'm not sure. It just glitched on me there for a moment. So, as we take a look at it here on the MaxSpeedTV replay, we'll go back here in about another 30 seconds and take a look. It looked like it might have started right up ahead of the 46. So we'll stay here on the 46 real quick and see where it transpired. Oh, right there, the number 5 of Alan Elwood. Let's get on.
I told y'all I can't talk good about people.
Let's get on Alan Elwood here. I don't know if I can find him. He disappeared on me. This is the product of ATVO. When people move, they move on ATVO, Rick. So, you know, finding them is a handful.
And I tell you what, it looks like what I'm looking at back on lap 78, it looked like Tommy Haynes in the 17 car coming out of turn 4.
Oh.
Haynes pushed up, got into the 5 car of Elwood. Elwood got up into the wall coming out of 4. He did a good job keeping it up into the wall. Just happened to be a slow car, and then it looked like the 22 tried to miss him, but the 46 car.
Yep.
46 car of Zach.
Michael Mueller.
That's going to be Michael Mueller. Just had nowhere to go and got into him, and it was chaos from that point on. Tough break for Elwood. Man, he had a good run here today. Had a good car.
Yep, the number 16, the number 29 involved. The 00 involved. It looks like the 10 trying to dodge it as well. The 10 being Gary May. And contact made between him and the 91. And you know, it's the product of short track racing. You know, you don't have time really to react as you would at tracks like a mile and a half, or maybe your 2 mile track at like Michigan or even Auto Club. Short tracks, you're really close together at a high rate of speed, no reaction time.
That's definitely a tough break for him there.
Well, Cameron Hearn, David Weishart, Cale Gale, Tommy Haynes, and Garrett Heath, the top 5. We'll take a look here at the caution count here. 4 cautions, 15 laps, 78 to go. Still plenty of laps left in the books here tonight. 6 lead changes here this evening, but right now it's been all Cameron Hearn and David Weishart. David Weishart leading 6 laps and Cameron Hearn 74. And if you know, Cameron Hearn's got the most laps led right now, but at this point it still can be broken.
Well, let's get Cameron Hearn up here. Let's get him up in the booth here. Let's see how he is.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get him up here real quick, shall we? Cameron Hearn, Joshua in the booth. Got a copy real quick?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, it's, you know, halfway mark here tonight. I know you guys are getting the one to go, man. Talk about your racing. How are you down there?
Car's fast, really fast, all about the driver. David's fast in the long run. Trying to keep him behind me and you know, keep up pace, but not getting too far ahead and him catching me on the long run.
So you think it's going to come down to whether it's going to be a long run or a short run?
Well, whatever it comes down to, I just plan on being on the front.
Clean air, man. Clean air. That's basically
right,
what it
man.
is. All right, you guys are coming into turn number 3, man. Good luck down there, bud.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, we'll get him down there to his respective room. Katie, get him going.
Had to adjust my volume there for a second. All right, like I said, let's get that ugly Ford Mustang off the track. He goes down, and Cameron Hearn wasting no time, right back out front. David Weishart, Cale Gale side by side for second, coming across the line.
Still side by side for second. Cale Gale looking to the inside from the 88, trying to get it, but man, David Weishart on that outside. Man, Kale and David, they're going to be battling for second.
Weishart got a good run coming off coming off two there, and Gale's going to fall right into the back end of Weishart. Hearn's looking strong up there, but I tell you what, look at that Hayes. Hayes looking out there on the outside of Gale, but looks like, I tell you, Hearn pulling far out front out there, but Weishart, tell you what, Gale looks like he's closing in, coming out of four there, closing in about a half a car length.
Hayes going for the pass on Cale Gale to the inside, and he just might have it.
Right, and I tell you, Haynes is definitely going to be strong here. He's always been strong here at Iowa Speedway. Gale looking on the outside. Weishart's going to make that car real wide coming out of four. Cale's just going to tuck it right back on the backside, but he's looking out there on the outside. Going to try to get the run coming off of the corner there off of two. Not going to be able to make it happen, but Weishart's going to keep it on the back stretch there. Gale's going to look back on the outside, maybe get a run coming off of turn four here. We'll have to see what happens. Tommy Haynes still looking on the outside, try to keep the car tucked in behind Cale there. Cale still looking on the outside. Maybe get the run coming off of two here. Weishart still looking strong on the inside, and caution flag is out.
Caution flag flies. Richie Evans and the number 40 involved in this. Let's go back here on the MaxSpeedTV replay. Take a look. Now this was running back here toward the middle of the back of the field. The 32 just ahead of him, the 4 behind him. So what happened to Richie Evans? Coming out of 4, getting a little loose. It looks like the number 8. He's okay through the tri-oval. Oh, coming down right into 1. The number 4 right there with him. Contact was made, and the 8 and the 4 go around. The 8 hard into the outside wall, and the number 36 getting around, dodging it, and then right here the 40. Oh, the 40 didn't make no contact. Gets it woed down just in time to not make contact with the number 8 of Richie Evans. The number 40 being Joshua Gillian. But everybody down pit road.
Guys, I tell you what, I'm going to let you guys have it from here. I'm going to take care of some ExtremeMotorsports99.com business here, and I will get with you guys a little later. Want to thank you guys out there tuning in with us here tonight. Definitely would like to see 25 likes by tonight. Like to set a goal. If somehow, some way we can reach that goal, man, that would be friggin' awesome if we can do that. But whatever we can do, hey, call your mom, call your dad, tell them to get online. Hit that like button out there. See what we can do to hit 25 likes. Katie, last time we had this goal, you were able to get us there.
All right, let me work on that.
Well, Rick,
all right, fantastic.
I got a question for you before you leave.
All right.
Who do you have picked tonight?
Oh, man, I tell you what, it's definitely going to be tight. Cameron Hearn is definitely looking strong out there. Weishart, he is definitely maintaining. Cale Gale, he is maintaining. Tommy Haynes is looking strong. Jeffrey Creek is moving his way up. It's blah, 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 blah. And I'll tell you, it's too tough to pick. Tell you what, I am probably going to go. I think I'm probably going to go with Cameron Hearn tonight. Cameron Hearn is definitely making the car look like it's on rails tonight. I can tell by the way he was talking, he is definitely in the zone tonight. He's got a lot of heavy breathing going on. He is psyched up. He is focused. I think he's going to put it in victory lane tonight.
So I'm the lonely survivor out here. 2 for Cameron, and of course I picked the 00 of Nick Hunt. So, you know. Nick Hunt not doing too bad, though. Nick Hunt back here in 22nd.
We'll definitely have to see how it works out. But, yeah, definitely want to, again, thank everybody for tuning in here with us tonight. Sandra, appreciate you being here tonight. Marley Good, thanks for being here with us and being our moderator and keeping an eye on things out there and keeping people in check with us. And always Definitely want to continue to keep seeing you over here and helping us out there, Marley. It's awesome to see. DF Williams, shout out to you. Appreciate you tuning in here with us tonight. Alex Miller, saw this or not, but yeah, that is the Kale Gale out there, former Truck Series driver. Yes, he is a hoot to hang out with. So, Tyler Holloman, good words out there. Appreciate the kind words. Also, you're doing a great job, buddy, and keep up the good work. I know I probably missed somebody. Kayla Beasley. Joe Smo, just love the name, man. That's awesome. TKFTRD1, man, that's a heck of a name, but at least we got it out there. Curtis Ballmer. So, hey, the names are getting more and more. Nolan Neiman, I just want to get these shout outs. Just, you know what, each and every one of these guys over here at Extreme Motorsports, I love all of these guys over here. And you know what? What's wonderful about this, Joshua and Katie, is the fans that we get over here. I love those folks as well. And, I want a great relationship with our fan base out there, too.
Well, without the fans, without the admins, without the owner, without the support from everybody across the board, this would not be possible.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, we're up to 22. I'm getting ready to leave out of here. I'm just wondering if we're going to hit 25 before I even walk out of this broadcast room.
We are. You just wait.
And a backflip before I do that.
We're at 41 viewers here tonight as we make our way into turn number 3 and a 4. Get ready for the restart here. Coming to lap 95 of 160. Gonna get wild.
That's right. Get them rocking and rolling there, Katie.
All right, pace car down. David Weishart to the inside, and he will start us off, leaving Eisenhower and Hearn side by side with battle for second.
Side by side. Looks like Cameron Hearn going to hold on to that second place. Adam Eisenhower started second, currently running in third. Here comes the 17 of Tommy Haynes, the 22 of Zayas, all over that back bumper of the 17. Good Lord. I don't think you
came out of nowhere.
He did. You couldn't get any closer than that. Man.
What a save by the 30 of Justin Gann right there.
Oh, Justin Gann, as we go back here to the 30 of Gann, the 7 to his inside, Ed Morris. Side by side back here for around the 12th position, Ed Morris and Justin Gann. Andrew Moraz, the 32 of Darren Clement, having some moments in the race. Started third, and, Darren still holding strong in that 15th position. We've already seen 3 and 4 wide here tonight, and I don't think it's over with.
No, definitely not. Cameron Hearn is putting up everything he possibly can against the 88 of Weishart. He is trying.
Well, I'm looking
Outside.
here. All right, we go back up here toward the lead. Cameron Hearn to the inside of the 88 of David Weishart, and he's going to make that look easy. Good
Can
Lord.
we say slide job?
Well, he's the McSwain of the bunch. You
There
know who
we
that
go.
is.
I do.
David coming to the inside. David's like, no, thank you. I am going to take this right here, side by side, out of 4. Here we go.
Oh, Hearn does not want any of that, and he looks like that top side's a little bit faster. If he can get that momentum out of 3 and 4, he's going to have that lead. Try to duck back down in front.
And I think only Katie caught that McSwain pun there. We won't go there, but...
Oh, no. Speaking of, now that Hearn is back out in the lead, I do have to say, today is Zach McSwain's birthday, so we do have to say happy birthday.
Well, I don't think, he might be listening. He might not be. If he is, happy birthday to Zach McSwain. We know who Zach McSwain is. So happy birthday, and happy birthday to everybody out there. Mine's in like 4 days, so,
Yeah, and you turned 25.
Yeah, I wish.
We're going with it. As I watched Kale Gale sitting back there. Oh,
well,
I didn't
we
get
were.
to see that far back.
We were 3 wide there for a moment. The number 9 of Mike Rollinger was to the outside of the 24 of Garrett D. Grant. And the 09, the 09 of Bryce Senesac was on the inside. So we were 3 wide for a second. Didn't
It'll
last
happen
up.
again. We still have
Oh, yeah.
a little ways.
Oh yeah, it'll happen again. I think we'll see 5 wide. Well, guess what? We've hit the 3-digit mark. 104 laps of a 160. But we take a look at the times. The best lap for Cameron Hearn, 22.281. The best lap for David Weishart, 22.419. Cale Gale, 22.462. Tommy Haynes, 22.424. And Adam Eisenhower in 5th, 22.484. And the fall off is getting at about 0.04 of a second to almost a second since the pit window at about 15 or so laps ago, as they've been running the green flag here. Some pits, some didn't. So, we got a caution. And that is going to be the number 99 involved in this, Andrew Mraz. That is actually how you pronounce his last name. I call him Mraz. That's what I'm used to. So, but Mraz is how you pronounce it. But the number 99 of Andrew involved. Well, let's go back and take a look at what happened to the 99. It looks like he might have just gotten loose with the 32 to his inside. As we take a look, going sideways, tries to save it. The 42, nowhere to go. The 87, the 95 involved, and the 99 hard into the outside wall. The 36 Sim Speed Shop machine of Jason Eisenhower, nowhere to go. Collects him, comes down, hits the 10. The 10 collects the 91. Several drivers involved in this, and then a little piece of action there. Looks like the number 5 going to get a piece of the 91 as well. So, several drivers involved, and right now, Katie, I believe, you've got to come down pit road. You've got to get tires. You've got to get fuel. You can make it on a fuel from here, but
do you really want to chance it with those old tires? These guys are going to be fast.
And that's the thing. That's what I was going to get to, because the tires, that is the problem.
With a little, my math is not fabulous either, by the way, but 51 laps left. Yes, technically you could make it on fuel. You're only going to keep up with these guys for about 10 to 15 laps before those tires really, really, really start to slick off. And look at the position that you're going to lose from there. If you want to chance it and maybe try to take that stretch of a pit, maybe try taking just right sides. I believe that's really the only option you could play as far as time goes.
Well, let me refresh this here. Looks like they have made their pit stops. Joshua Gillian leading a couple of laps, but Cameron Hearn going to be back out front. I have got to get that number 22 down here, Timothy Zayas, because he has came really out of, he started 4th, but he's currently running in 6th. And, in that Jewel machine, he's been up front. So let's see here if we can get Timothy Zayas down here. I've got to find him. I don't know what room he's in. Am I blind?
Prime time.
Prime time. There he is. All right, let me get him up here real quick. Timothy Zayas, Josh for the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, I got you, Josh. How's it going up there?
It's going fine, but how's it going for you? Because you've been in the mix. You started 4th. You've been running up front most of the race. Haven't yet led any laps, but man, it's been hectic. Talk about it real quick.
Oh, yeah, it's been pretty fun. Good racing out there, hard to pass. Really fast track. I like racing here, home track. So, yeah, it's been pretty fun race so far. Hectic, like you said. A lot of cars all over the place, but it's been pretty fun.
So it's a home track for you. So you're very familiar with Iowa here.
Oh, yeah, I've raced there quite a bit, and I've been there quite a bit, too, so.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, one to go, side by side. Not going to keep you. Good luck, Timothy.
All right, have fun up there.
Yeah. Yeah, they get the one to go quickly here at Iowa. Well, I'm going to let you do the honors again, Katie, and get them going.
All right, let's get to the right screen. All right, Ford Mustang ducks off, Hearn to the inside, Wise hard on the outside, and once again, Hearn quick on that loud pedal, but Kale Gale is coming along fast on the inside.
Yes, he is, side by side into turn number 1 for second place. The 83 and the 88, but the 88 going to prevail on that outside line. Coming back here toward the 4th place here. The 86 of Adam Eisenhower. The 32 of Darren Clement making his way back up toward the front. Timothy Zayas to the outside of Garrett Heath. Jeffrey Creek and Topper Dugas in the 33. Started 38, cracking the top 10. He is currently running in 9th, making waves here, showing what he can do in the Xfinity cars. Bryce Senesek behind him, beside him, behind him actually.
Don't forgive me, I can't say that word.
I know. The 24 of Garrett D. Grant behind these drivers side by side. Oh, Lord. It ain't over. Going back here to Garrett D. Grant. Garrett D. Grant in the 24, the 9 of Mike Rominger on the outside. Battle happening here, lap 115, coming to 116, and they're spinning. They're spinning up ahead of them, and it is going to be another big one here at Iowa. As we go back here and take a look, Timothy Zayas involved in this. What happened? Timothy Zayas running back here at around the 32, the 23, the 33. So let's see here. All right. 22 of Zayas goes to the inside of the 86. Oh, right there. Was there contact? Was there net code? Well, let's take a look here at a closer look. We'll go on a chase view here. We'll kind of spin the camera here for everybody. Right here we see it. Yeah, there was contact. The 86 and the 22, that's going to spin them around. How in the world did the 23 dodge that right through the center? And right there it was on the 33, the 32 going to get involved in this. The 09 is going to get a piece of it. Looks like the 9, the 24, the 98, the 7 gets around. And it was on from there. So let's go up here on one of the drivers that was involved and take a look in this. And heavy damage coming to a lot of them. The 42, the 33, getting in the mix. Man, we hate to see it. Yeah, heavy damage coming to several of the drivers here. David Weishart up front. It looks like Cameron Hearn is back here in 10th. All right. Well,
did he get damage?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't look like it. As we go to a closer view here, it looks like the 25 of Cameron Hearn. It looks like he is okay in the Toyota. Oh, he came down pit road. That would be why. It's confusing. When you go and look at the replay and then you come back and then they're all in different order, you know. So, doesn't look like he's got any damage. But several drivers getting involved in that, and man, you hate to see it, Katie. You really do.
Oh, trust me. I know right now.
We won't go there.
Nah, he's good. He just had way too much damage.
Oh, man. Man, we hate to see people involved in the wrecks, but short track racing, you're all bunched up together, and, you know, there's really nothing you can do about it when something happens that quickly. And, yeah, Katie, we haven't talked about it tonight. You know, I have mentioned it, for the cautions that we have had is that net code. You know, everybody's got different internet connections. Everybody's got, this, that, and the other, faster computers, whatever. So, if something doesn't line up correctly, you have that net code or that lag. Most people know it as lag.
Yeah, and for some tracks, I've got to say, it's worse than others. And it's really, really, man, it's depressing for a lot of people at a lot of times. But, it happens. It happens with everything. So you got good internet, you got bad internet. Sometimes you got snow, sleet, rain.
Yeah.
It all causes issues. So it's still all a part of racing. And I mean, look at it this way: there's always tomorrow night.
Well, the Cup Series tomorrow night. We'll get to that more later. Pace car dives off. David Weishart up front. And he is on the loud pedal with Cale Gale to his outside. Here we go, folks. Lap 121 of 160. We know that Cameron Hearn has been the guy to beat here tonight, but let's talk about that number 4, Corbin Balky, 35th, currently running in 7th right now. Man, he is on rails, coming from the back of the field toward the front.
I mean, it takes skill. We have had cautions, and to be able to avoid that takes so much talent. I mean, a lot of times you can't help it. You're going to get in the middle of it. But he's done a phenomenal job keeping that car clean and definitely getting his way up to the front. And if anything, you're going to see him crack that top 5 here before it's over with.
Well, that quality repair service number 4 on rails. He now has the 51 of Jeffrey Creek to his inside as they battle it out here. Tommy Amassi, Nick Hunt getting involved in a couple of incidents, but Nick Hunt, he is still fighting. Is up in a 2/10th, battling it right now with the 05 of Tommy Amassi. And I believe these two guys are teammates from Performance Motorsports. And, I'm sure there's some communicating going on between them two, but we're on 124, 125 of 160 as it updates. We're winding down the final laps here at Iowa Speedway. I call it the community swimming pool because of the way it's shaped. So
It looks so much like a paper clip.
the paper clip, that would be I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, my train derailed too. Don't feel bad.
The paper clip. Help us out, folks, in chat. The paper. Oh, we're going sideways. The 05. The 00 is sideways as well. Caution is out. No. It looks like Tommy the 24 going to get a piece of the 05 as well. Let's take a look at what happened to Tommy Amassi and the 00 of Nick Hunt. Now, it says the 16 on his car, but we know he's the 00. So, but what happened? Coming out of turn 2 on the backstretch, they're okay. Coming into 3 right there it was. The 00 and the 05 was their contact, was their net code. However, that is also going to get the 35 involved. It looks like the 87 going to have some damage as well. And then right here we see the number, as the 05 comes down, the 24 is going to make contact with the 05 of Tommy Massey. And of course, everybody now on a pit road. The pit road is busy. Looks like Gary May is going to stay out, but everybody else down pit road. David Weishart going to be the first one off of pit road. Well, let's get this driver up here. How about we go ahead and talk to him? Cale Gale. Josh for the booth, buddy. Got a copy?
Hey, Joshua. Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
Well, Cal, it's been interesting here tonight. You've been running toward the front since you've got up here. You started 8th, man. How difficult is it to pass here tonight?
It's tough. I mean, there is a couple grooves out here. The problem is you need a couple laps for the tires to get heat in them and before you can start making moves. But we got a good car. Looking forward for the end here. Been a good race. Probably the best race I've been in Extreme so far as having fun. I love short tracks.
So you're a short track fan?
Absolutely.
Well, talk about the tires. You guys are still on that older tire model here tonight. So how are the tires holding up for you?
Well, last night, it took me a minute in practice earlier to readjust back to the old tire model, but it's going good. Like I said, we do have a couple grooves here. The setup is a little bit tight for me, but overall, it's been pretty good racing. I know there's been some incidents, but hopefully we can continue to fight here and have a good finish here in our Hyperdrive Chevrolet.
All right. Well, Katie, you have anything for the number 83 of Cale Gale?
Well, number 1, I'm shocked to be in the booth with him, but 2, can we see something like we did at Kansas? Come from behind with, right at the end of the race and come out front and lead the most important laps.
I think we're really good on the long run, Katie. I think if it went from here on out, I think we could possibly shine and show up the race. But I feel like I've definitely changed my line a little bit throughout the race here and have made some time up on newer tires. So we'll see. But I'd like to see it go green for sure.
All right, sir. Well, good luck. And like I said, we'll hope to see you right there at the end.
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully we're there.
Good luck, Katie. Cale.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Josh. I needed that.
Well, good luck to you too, Katie. Wow.
Yeah, I was waiting. We did get to see that at Kansas. I mean,
we did.
The last 3 laps, he was right there, and he led the last 3, which were the most important 3.
Yeah, you can come out here and lead all the laps. 160 laps. You lead all 159, but the most important lap really is that final lap, Katie. getting the win, getting the most points that you possibly can get.
And having your picture taken in victory lane. I mean, let's get down to the nitty gritty there.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I see it. Well, you know, they're going to be coming to 130, lap 132 here. 8 laps to go. We'll be up to 20 to go mark here. Katie, get them going.
All right, here we come in home stretch. David Weishart, Cale Gale going to lead us back to green as soon as this pace car ducks right back down. I think Weishart is actually going to get the faster jump, but I hope Cale Gale proves me wrong. And we are back racing.
We are green flag indeed, but, you know, I'm going to go ahead and mention it because the guy to beat has been that number 25 of Cameron Hearn. Yours and Rick's pick here tonight, and I kind of feel left out because I didn't pick Cameron here tonight.
You can still sit with us at the cool kid table. It's all right.
Okay, so I can be a cool kid?
Yep, just for tonight.
Okay, all right. Well, we got a battle back here, though, between Justin Gann and, we got a wreck, and we're wrecking. Caution is out, the double, the 007, KC Duncan involved. Let's go back and take a look. Oh, we did not want to see that on a restart. And I don't think they did either. Well, what happened?
There was just a whole... I can't say he missed a gear because I hate to use that excuse, but man, whew, that was painful.
Well, Blake Jefferson, glad to have you. Oh, it happened actually right up ahead of him with the 8. Let's go back here and get on to the 8. Let's find the 8 here. I believe that is Richie Evans. Oh, right there. Between the 75 and the 8, contact or net coding. However, that sends the 8 around sideways. The 87 making contact. And then it was on from there. The 00, a.k.a. the 16, the 007, the 40 involved in this. The 95, wrong spot, wrong time. The 007 just getting into the side of the 95, and that was on from there. It looks like the 95 of Nicholas Roman might have incidented out. They do have an incident limit here at Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Give me just a few minutes, and I can tell you that incident limit. I think it's 17. Oh, it's 15. 15 incident limit here for the Xfinity Series. After that, you will be disqualified. Now, I can't confirm that, but, you know, that's kind of what it looks like to me on the replay. Is it hit and then he just disappeared. That's what happens on an incident limit. It looks like Hunter McDaniel and Zach Ogburn also out of the race. Topper Dugas, Blair Patterson, Michael Mueller, Lee Overton, Jeff Glockner, Chuck Sweeting, and Ryan Swan also have taken their cars behind the wall here tonight. David Weishart up front in that Northern Capital. Well, let's see here. If they don't get the one to go this time by, Katie, we'll pull somebody up for you to interview.
All right.
So, they didn't get the one to go. So, who do you want to talk to?
Oh, let's go David Weishart.
Oh, why not? All right, let me see if I can find him here, and I know exactly where he's at.
Yes.
Go ahead, Katie.
Hey, David, it's Katie up in the booth. You got a copy on us?
Yes, I do.
All right, we know you got a quick second, but how you feeling up front?
I'm feeling all right. I've been wanting long runs all race. I've been trying to save my tires, and feel like I've been the fastest car on long runs. We just ain't got it, but it's go time here, and I took 2 tires on that last pit stop just to preserve track position. So I'm feeling pretty good right now.
All right, what's it going to take to park in victory lane?
A lot of defense. I got Cale Gale behind me, who's actually a professional driver, and Cameron Hearn, who's led the most laps. So it's gonna be tough, but I can get it done.
All right, sir. We'll get forward focus. Get ready to go because you're about to go back green.
Thank y'all. Have fun up there.
All right. Well, as my animals decide to put their 2 cents in the background, we take David Weishart, put him in his respective team, and Katie, they got the one to go here. Coming to lap 139, 2 more laps. We're going to be at the 20 to go, and like David said, it's go time.
Yeah, and we know cautions breed cautions, so I'm hoping everybody can get away clean here. It didn't look like we had that many pits. Well, I don't think we had any pits. So these guys have had their tires good and warm, so this should be a good restart right here.
Oh, we had some pit toward the back. Is that going to help them? Is that going to hurt them? We don't know. Get them going,
Stay
Katie.
tuned to find out.
Yep. Get them going.
All right, here we go. Pace car going to be coming around, taking that dive off here shortly. David Weishart to the inside, Cale Gale to the outside, and looked like a little hesitation from Gale, and Weishart is going to capitalize off of that tremendously as Hearn pulls alongside Cale Gale side by side for second. Gale's going to get him coming out of that turn, but Hearn's, I promise you, not going to give him any slack back there.
No, he's not. Looks like it backed off just a little bit going into turn number 3, and I want to give a big shout out to everybody out there in chat. 26 likes out here tonight. We have hit the mark of a 25, but this race is not over as David Weishart comes into turn number 3 here. Gonna make his way out of turn number 4 momentarily. Guess what? Coming across the stripe. 20 laps remain here tonight for the Extreme Motorsports and 99.com Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series Round 4 at Iowa, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Glad to have everybody out there.
You heard that, Rick? We got over 25.
Oh, I'm sure he's watching. He's up there in the admin booth. Watching the battle, the 42. The 42. If I can find who that is.
David Elliott.
David Elliott. Let's see here. Where is he at? There he is, David Elliott getting a little bit wide. Oh, no, the 42, the 9 contact, both of them hard into that inside wall, and the caution will fly. We caught that live here on MaxSpeedTV. Man, hard racing. Under 20 to go. That's what you're going to see as we seen it here. The 8 and the 42 make contact, and they saved it. And that was a good save. That really was. But diving down into turn 3, the 42 right up ahead of the 9 and the 05. The 42 looks like getting either into the wall or getting pushed up. I don't know. However, into the wall. Does save it. Comes back down. He is in a line. And then right here, the 9 and the 42 contact net code. That's going to send them both around. And they go hard into that inside wall, Katie. Thank God this is just a simulator.
Yeah, that PTSD would suck.
Oh.
That hurts so bad for our leaders because they were just starting to get warmed up and good and going. And I know Hearn was getting right up there around Gale trying to make that pass for second. But man, with what, 15 to go? Ouch.
All right, well, 16 to go. Man, it's got to be rough, though. I mean, what do these guys do? Right now, track position is key. It's so hard to pass. You know, you don't want to take a chance of, you know, losing what you've got, but yet, I mean, tires are premium here. They've only been out here, 18 or so laps, and, how good are your tires? That's the thing.
It looked like there were some serious fake outs going on whenever we came around to the pit cycle for the first time. I was watching the leaders because I was curious to see if anybody was going to take that jump and try that. Maybe just take right sides, but clearly with 14 to go, I mean, the only thing on their mind is getting back green flag racing and keeping it clean till the checkers.
Well, this might be the only interview we get in here because under 10 to go, I try not to interview anybody, so we're going to bring the 09 of Bryce Sinisak up here in that Vanoy machine. Bryce, got a copy?
Yep.
Bryce, man, you started back in 24th. You know, you're running strong. Looks like you've got some damage, but it's short track racing, man. You're fast, and we can see that, man. Talk about it. Coming down to 14 to go.
Well, it seems like it's just come down to short runs at this last half. Not able to get more than like 10 laps in, so if we can get close to top 5, then I'll be happy with it. But yeah, it's been stuck in 12th for a majority of the race, so at least we're top 10 at this point.
Well, it's not over, Bryce, and you know that. You know, don't give up. And right now, you're sitting pretty comfortable. You know, you've got some positions from where you started. So, you know, what does it mean to you right now just being an 8th, you know, with coming down to the final 14 laps?
I'm just thankful I've survived at this point, because I think we only have like 20-something of us, which is roughly half the field, a little bit more, so looks like it's been pretty just hard racing between the whole field, so thankful I've made it this far, so at this point.
All right, Bryce, we'll let you get back to it, buddy. Good luck down there. Dude,
Thank you.
Ain't over until that checkered flag waves, man. Good luck. We want to get him back down there to his team, Katie. You know, Bryce starting 24th, currently running, 8th place. He still has a car. That's the thing. Keep your car as clean as possible. Even with the damage, though, that 09 still looking pretty good.
It's still survival of the fittest. I mean, we've seen guys come back and win this race with no front end. I mean, at the end of the night, it's who can hold on the longest. So you might be white knuckling it, but limp that baby across the finish line.
Exactly. Modified Xfinity Series. We've seen it. I know I have. All right, David Weishart, Cale Gale up front. The Ford Mustang pulls off. Here we go, and David wasting no time. He's on the loud pedal. Here we go. Man, what do these guys have to do? Oh, we got a little bit of 3-wide action, 2-wide action back here. Justin Gann, Bryce Sinisak, Corbin Balky, the number 4. Man, oh man, people trying to make moves. 11 to go. 3 wide. Oh, bumping action, the 98 and the 30. Justin Gann, no. Looks like somebody else was involved in that, and another caution here tonight.
So under 10 to go.
Yeah.
You're the pit crew. Do you pit?
Man, I don't know. I have no idea. We're going to go back and take a look here at this caution, Katie, but I don't know. In a situation like that, I really don't know what you would do as we see the 3 wide here and the 98 and the 30 there. And then that right there looks like a little bit of a bump there from the 98 to the 30. That sends the 30 around, and then the 98 just bumped him again, and that sent the 30 around. The number 7 making contact with the 30, and the number 7 ended up being out of the race. The 42 getting involved in this, nowhere to go, trying to dodge it, hitting the 30. And the number 5 of Alan Elwood also getting a piece of the action.
That poor guy's going to have a headache tomorrow.
If he doesn't have a headache already.
I hope he's not in VR. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. He cruises around on those go-karts, so I got to say, he's probably had his share.
Well, 9 to go, under 10. The interviews are off because these guys have got to get into their concentration level.
Forward focused.
During an equinox mode, or if you can't dodge it, ram it mode. You know.
I just say gas it.
I'm a Dodge guy, so.
No, it's all bow tie around here.
Well, David Weishart up front, Cal Gale second, Cameron Hearn. You know, he's been dominant. He's led 99 laps here tonight. He will come away with the most laps led here tonight. Garrett Heath in fourth, Jeffrey Creek in fifth. But, you know, Cameron trying to get back up front. You know, what does Cameron have to do to get around Cal Gale and David Weishart?
Number one, if it was me, I would be, you know, trying to focus on the fact that I have Cal Gale next to me, but these guys race, you know, week in, week out with him, so they're not starstruck or anything. But I think he's going to have to get a good, clean restart coming off of there. You know, if we could keep this green, this could be a phenomenal finish, because I'm going to say your top 4 guys have been extremely, extremely fast. And I know Cameron Hearn wants it, but then again, you have Weishart and Gale who have been dominant these last 40 or so laps. So it's going to be rough.
Yeah, it is going to be rough as we take a look at the caution count here tonight. 11 cautions for 47 laps, 7 laps to go, 10 lead changes here tonight. And, you know, the last couple of nights we have had some cautions. Can-Am and the Truck Series, we had 11 cautions for the both of the series. We're at 11 tonight, but 11 you know, it's short track racing, though. You know, you expect the cautions here to happen. These guys, for the most part, though, Katie, they have been on their toes.
Oh, they have. They've been on the brake and the gas too, because I just do not. I can't grasp this short track racing, because as soon as you feel like you're getting up and you're getting fast, you're having to mash back on that brake again. So, I mean, the fact that they can do that is just phenomenal to me. But I've got to say, they've put on one hell of a show for us tonight.
Oh, yes, they have. And it is not over as we pull that off and bring up the driver bar, get back up to David Weishart on the outside. He is going to get him going. We see the 25 of Cameron Hearn there, you know, getting those marbles and the dirt off of his tires.
He's ready.
He's got to do something. These guys have been out here at about 27 laps. They can make it. 6 to go, coming to 5 to go. Katie, get him going.
Yeah, let Josh get a sip of water there. David Weishart and Cale Gale waste no time. Weishart on the outside. Cale Gale's going to get a little bit more speed, though, coming around this bottom side. Hearn's going to try to the outside, maybe push Gale just a little bit right here, but it looks like Weishart's going to block him right back down the backstretch.
Jeffrey Creek trying to make some moves. The 23 of Garrett Heath with him as well. 5 laps to go. Coming to 4. This time by. Green, white checkers are in play. You only get one attempt here for the Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. And right now we got to talk about it, because if a caution comes out, we will be under that green-white checkered realm here. 3 laps to go. David Weishart trying to hold off Cale Gale and Cameron Hearn. David has got to keep the Cale and Cameron behind him.
Yeah, that's got to be an intimidating rearview mirror. That's all I got to say. But if he can get that momentum coming up out of 3 and 4, I think he could possibly slingshot back past him coming around this backstretch, because that's what Cameron Hearn is trying to do back there in 3rd. And once he gets that momentum, he could possibly get the pass on Gale, but I don't know if there is any pass in David Weishart for the lead right now.
As we come around turn number 4, David Weishart gonna take the white flag. 1 to go here tonight. Whatever happens, happens. For the number 88 of David Weishart, the 83 of Cale Gale, and the number 25 of Cameron Hearn. 1, 2, and 3. Coming into turn 3. Coming out of turn number 4. David Weishart gonna hold off Cale Gale and Cameron Hearn for the win here tonight.
Your victory lap sponsored by Hull's Cough Drops and the official oxygen of Extreme Sim 99 for Josh Novak.
I got some Hall's cough drops right here. Man, David Weishart did what he had to do to hold off Cale and Cameron. Well, let's go ahead and get the top 3 up here. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to drag the top 3 up here and get them interviewed. Don't go anywhere. The MaxSpeedTV post-race show coming up right after this. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to MaxSpeedTV. We have caught up with the top 3 here, and we're going to go ahead and pull up our 3rd place finisher here tonight, who has also led the most laps in our pole sitter, Cameron Hearn. Cameron, got a copy, bud?
I got you.
Well, Cameron, man, it was an up and down race. You led the most laps here tonight, but man, so hard to pass out there here tonight. You got back in third place, and you couldn't manage to get around the guys up there. But all three of you were fast. So talk about your racing and being up front in the clean air, man.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, David was fast all race. I know Kale was staying with us too. And a crucial pit stop. There's 5 laps on the tires, and I pitted. And then after that, caution after caution, and it's just tough to make up time. And all the top 3, we were so close in speed and stuff. So once I got back there, I knew that if we didn't have more than a handful of laps, it'd be tough to get by, and didn't want to put anybody in a bad situation, because I know honestly, any one of us can win that race. So always go for the win, but I'm happy with the third.
Well, third place, Cameron. Now, you came in tonight 8th in points, 6 points ahead of Michael Thwaites, 3 points behind David Weishart. So, good points not. However, for you, man, Indianapolis next week before we get into Christmas break, talk about that track. It's big.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those momentum tracks. You want to make sure you get off the corners good, because the straightaways are so long. So that's going to be key. Points racing, that's important, but I want to, I like wins. People don't remember who comes in top 5s or top 10s. People remember who wins. So that's something I want to focus on. I got another chance at tomorrow night. So didn't get done tonight. Try to get it done tomorrow.
All right, Cameron, we'll let you go celebrate third place here tonight. Of course, drivers meeting here coming up. Thoughts, shout-outs real quick, bud.
Yeah, VRA, all the guys, Al and Jeff tonight. Everybody puts on this. You do a great job. Katie does a great job. Everybody up in the booth, Rick, Jonathan, Andy, Don, all those guys make sure. But also the people that race every week. It was a lot of fun racing out there. A lot of good battles out there, a lot of close racing. And just appreciate everybody running and running smart.
All right, Cameron. Well, we will see you next week at Indianapolis to get ready for Christmas break, because that's the final race before, it's the final race of 2019, man.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully Santa brings me a win. Yeah.
All right, Cameron, man. Go celebrate, buddy. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
Uh-huh. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our second place finisher tonight, Cale Gill, and I believe Katie Dugas has caught up with him.
All right, Kale. Is Katie up in the booth? You got a copy on us?
Yes, ma'am. I got you.
I gotta say, it's been a phenomenal run, and I really thought you had right there at the end that you were going to pull out some kind of just show, stop, and move right there at the end. But had those last 2 cautions not been in effect, what would you have done different to try to get up there and try to pass Weishart for the lead?
Honestly, I mean, David and Cameron both were on tonight. Their lines were just spot on. The only thing that I needed really to have a legitimate shot would have been a long run, but after talking to David here in the post race, he said that he was trying to save his right front as well. Just overall, it was a pretty good race. I'm glad that we ran on the short track and we were able to come home second. I hate that we come up 1 spot short, but it's definitely a competitive league. It's a lot of fun, and we give it all we got.
We could tell. I mean, tonight, despite the cautions, tonight was a phenomenal race. Y'all gave us, just extreme action from lap 1 to lap 160. So next week before our break, what's it going to take for you to kiss the bricks next week at Indy?
I mean, honestly, probably, working with your teammates. I don't particularly like Indy a lot. I don't race there a lot. So, tonight would have been a night for me to try to get one. But, we'll go there with Indy with an open mind and do the best we can. Hopefully we survive and try to get another victory. That's all we can do is keep plugging at it here.
Well, if Indy really isn't a strong point, where can we see you at your absolute best? What's your most comfortable track at this season?
Well, we don't really have them on the schedule, but Martinsville, Bristol, those places tonight was good. I think Darlington I'll run well. Dover's another track that I feel like I'll be competitive at. I think I'll be competitive at all of them, but those are tracks that I feel like it kind of got circled on the calendar a little bit.
Well, still a second place finish. It's got to feel pretty good. I promise you this won't be the last time I get to interview you this season. But once again, congratulations on second place. Podium's yours. Shout outs, sponsors, who you got to thank?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and Rick Donathan and Don Kidder over at Extreme Motorsports, Andy Starcher, Nick Hunt, everybody that's Extreme, Joshua with you, with MaxSpeedTV, you coming on, Katie, and help pushing this thing. Obviously, esports is growing big, and this is a great league to be a part of in iRacing. It's a great fixed league. Got a bunch of good drivers, tough competition. And you know, sometimes the fixed setups and the tight competitions, you're going to have cautions because everybody's so even. It's just part of it. You're going to have good nights and you're going to have bad nights. And tonight we had a good night. I wanted to really win this race, but it's not the first one I've lost. It won't be the last, and I'm sure I'll get another victory here soon.
All right, so once again, congratulations, and like I said, we'll see you again next week at Indy.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Kale. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight, David Weishart, holding off Cale Gale and the ever-charging Cameron Hearn. Man, David, man, I'm not a racer, buddy. You're going to have to tell me about the final laps here tonight and the overall race for you.
Well, the overall race was actually pretty smooth. Like I was telling Katie when she interviewed me there with, I don't know, 5:10 to go. Just, I was so focused on saving my tires for the long run because I thought for sure we'd get some green flag pit stops in, and just never happened. And right when I'd start to reel Hearn back in, we'd have a caution. So I did that up until I think it was like 30 to go, and me and my teammate Garrett had our other teammate Bobby in the Cup Series. He was up there crew chief and spotting for us, and I was like, well, I think it's time to go. There's no saving tire here. So we went, and I started taking the top on the restart because I could get through 1 and 2 better and kind of gap them there. And that last restart, I felt pretty good. I mean, I thought I was going to win. I had a lot of confidence in it. And I think with like 3 to go, it pushed real bad off 2, and I had to get out of it and lost some momentum there. But I was able to get it back pretty quick and just kind of cruise on to the win.
Well, you was out there at about 32 laps on your tires. You know, nobody really pitted there because track position, tires are going to be key. But y'all didn't get the long runs that y'all wanted. So, real quick, how was the tires there on that the final laps?
Tires were actually pretty good. There wasn't a ton of wear out of the left side tires. So that enabled me to take 2 a couple times in the race to get the lead. And I don't know what lap it was. I think it was like with lap for like 50 to go. Hearn pitted, and I think he went back to like about 10th place. And I was like, man, I thought that was kind of weird. And then we only ran like 5 or 6 laps, and there he was. I looked in my mirror, he was like 4th. I was like, whoa, I guess tires are worth something. And then we all came down pit road, and I took 2 because I thought Hearn was going to take 2. And that was my last pit stop of the race, and it just happened to pay off. But the car was a little tight, and the 2 tires just helped loosen it up a little bit. It turned pretty well, so it was a pretty good call.
You did what you had to do, David, man. Congratulations on the win. Well, next week we go to Indianapolis for round 5 here for the Sim Speed Shop Xfinity Series. The Christmas break race is what I call it, because this is the last race of 2019. So what do you like or dislike about Indy real quick?
Oh, I love Indy. It's one of my 2 home tracks. I always look forward to going to Indy. So one of my favorite tracks, and I usually do pretty well there. So I'm really looking forward to that.
All right, David. Well, thoughts, shout-outs, buddy. Congratulations on the win. You want to give before you go celebrate?
Well, first, I got to thank Rick Motek for sponsoring the series. Means a lot to have them. Got to thank Russ Anderson and Northern Capital. Couldn't ask for a better sponsor all around. They sponsor the truck series now. They're getting really involved, so we really love having them involved. I got to thank my teammates Garrett and Bobby up on the box. Garrett out there with me tonight. He had a hot rod, got caught up in some accidents. So, but also got to thank y'all for broadcasting. It's really good to have y'all involved. Have a broadcaster that's really dedicated to this league and talks with everybody and just really passionate about the league. So we appreciate y'all and thanks for everybody watching.
All
and
right,
thank Rick Donathan for, of course, we wouldn't have the league without Rick Donathan. So I got to thank him.
All right, David. Well, let's get to it, man. Congratulations on the win. Go celebrate, man. We'll see you either tomorrow night for the Cup Series, but we've got, Indianapolis next week.
All right, thanks, guys. Hopefully I'm right here tomorrow.
All righty. All right, Katie. Well, that's, going to do it for the top three. It was an awesome race, but we've got the unofficial results to go down, pending, of course, any admin stuff by Andy Starcher and Donna Kidder to go down here real quick. So let's go ahead and do that. Coming away with the win here tonight, David Weishart, man, just holding off Kale Gale, who is going to finish in second place here this evening, and Cameron Hearn in third, our pole sitter, leading the most laps here tonight. But, man, Cameron, just not enough laps there. Garrett Heath in that fourth place, Jeffrey Creek fifth, Tommy Haynes sixth, Corbin Balky going to grab a top 10 out of it. He's going to get seventh. Bryce Sidisak eighth. Richie Evans ninth. And Derek Clement, after getting involved in several incidents, Katie, going to grab a top 10 out of it.
Yeah, Jerry Glenn's going to come up just a little bit short in 11th. Adam Eisenhower in 12th. Tommy Amassi 13th. Nick Hunt, your pick, in 14th. Still close. Jason Eisenhower in 15th, Casey Duncan 16th, Joshua Gillian 17th, 18th, Mike Rominger, Gary May in 19th, Mark Hamlin rounding out your top 20.
All right, Justin Gann 21st, Jacob Bell going to finish in 22nd, Timothy Zayas 23rd, Alan Elwood 24th, not the race he wanted. Garrett E. Grant 25th, Ed Morse 26th, David Elliott 27th, Andrew Mraz 28th, Michael Thwaite 29th, and Hunter McDaniel gonna finish in 30th.
Zach Ogburn 28 laps down in 31st, Nicholas Vroman 32nd, Topper Dugas in 33rd, Matthew Weisenbach 34th, Blair Patterson in 35th. 36th, Michael Mueller, Lee Overton in 37th, Jeff Glockner 38th, Chuck Sweeting in 39th, and Ryan Swan finishes out your top 40.
All right, Andy Starcher, Don Kidder, your admins here tonight is going to round out the ticker there for everybody. So, but congratulations goes to our winner here tonight, David Weishart. Man, what a run, what a race, Katie. It was short track racing. Everybody bunched up together. That's just part of it.
I know there's going to be at least one NASCAR fan out there. I have been waiting on you to do the Denny Hamlin short track racing impersonation all night long, and I haven't heard it, so I'm kind of disappointed. But still, these guys gave us a phenomenal show, and I really didn't know what to expect because, like you said in the beginning, it could have went one of two ways. We could have either had, a detrimental night with these guys being used to the old tire model, but they clearly showed they still have what it takes.
Well, to kind of end it here tonight, we're being joined by Rick Donathan here at the end of the race here. Rick, awesome racing. So, it was insane. But tomorrow night, we're going to be with the Rick Motec Cup Series here on MaxSpeedTV, and we're going to have the new tire model as well in the Cup Series. So it is going to change things from what we've seen here tonight to tomorrow night. So until tomorrow night, folks, stay safe, have a good evening, and good night.
Don't forget the coffee drops.
Wow.